Hi, John Marshall, the DrillMaster. This is the Singapore Silent Precision Drill Squad of the military police. They're going to, it's a change of command, not change of command, change of guard, guard change ceremony. I don't know exactly the specifics, but I was sent a request to review this, and let's get into it. Can't wait. Pretty quick tempo. Love the mirror image there. That, and then also the, I don't know what you call that. Still like it a lot. That's great. And see how that works with the audience directly in front. You can still get a good idea of what's going on there with the audience at the side. Not directly on the sides, but moved away from the center. Interesting mirror image work there. It works well for many of the moves. Like it a lot. So I've seen some of the moves performed here in performances in Taiwan as well. Very precise. I don't know that, I'm going to go back just a bit here. I don't know that this works as well as perceived here. We'll go just a second. Oh no, I got to go back farther. There. So, there. So I understand the staggering here. I definitely understand it. The kneeling team members here at the front, and then the second line here, similar positions, really works great. The back is hidden. Plus, there's only two members doing it, so it's the last two are lost. I'll put it that way. It's almost not worth having them part of this. And now that's not necessarily what I mean, but it's the visual dynamic is lost when you're looking at it straight on here. Now again, from the side, as I was stating earlier, from a little bit of an angle, yep, you can see, because you can see between people. But I would encourage that instead of having people directly behind one another, that you have them staggered out, moving these four, this individual here and here, moving them out to here and here, and then this individual here, moving them out to here, and then this individual here, so that you have a little more of a spread. And then these two at the very back are in the windows of, I don't know how to even do it, kind of like this. In between you have four people up front, you could have three behind, and then you can see as that layered look develops. Still, it works just fine, and it's quite possible that it would be better off if, instead of just two at the back, suggestion here for you, instead of just the two at the back, that you include him and him in the rear portion, and then these three are at a different are a different set. I think they could be the second set here. This is the first set of individuals. Second is 3, and then the last set a little more spread out. I think the 2 on the ends could be a little more spread out at least, and then the last set then is those 4 instead of just having the 2. I think that might work a little better. Excuse my computer for trying to catch up. Here we go. So not necessarily a powerful look, having the hand on the small of the stock, on the butt stock, and pushing it down like that. That would be much more powerful. This also isn't. Just having the toe kind of hanging out, the rear toe. If you really wanted that, a much more powerful look. This is kind of uh, everybody else here, besides the 2 in the front, this is a stylized Queen Anne salute. So you have the arm coming across nice and flat, the hand is flared, all works really well. But this bent leg really doesn't work at all. Now here, his right knee is barely bent, and it looks much better. So stepping forward definitely gives you that a more powerful presence, and which is what you want in this type of position. So you're not just hanging back; you're actually forward, standing nice and tall, erect over the lead foot. But then you have this trail foot. Instead of having the leg bent, then you have that. It would look. You have here. This is your lead leg, and then you have your back leg here with the more of the platform of the toe, or of the foot, really the platform of the foot on the marching surface, instead of just the toe and having that bent knee. It communicates 2 things at once. This is nice and powerful, and then you have with the bent knee. It's just kind of not exactly, I think, not exactly what the team is going for. Still, there is something to be said for what the team is doing here, and I also think having the hand on the buttstock, on the very bottom, but here on the top, I think that would be a much more powerful look. And again, my computer is going to catch up. Sorry about that. So you could see ricochets here because, and you can see how there's one ricochet and he doesn't have a ricochet. That's because his buttstock is landing. His buttstock is landing on the heel of the butt, and his buttstock here with those butt slams is landing on the toe. So as you have the toe hit, there's the energy travels up the rifle, but it hits the back of the rifle. It travels up at an angle like this, and so you have that ricochet, and that's exactly what he had. It would bounce backwards. So what you need is the energy to transfer from hitting on the heel of the buttstock straight up the rifle, so that it doesn't ricochet at all, just like his did right here. His was, good butt slams there, not good here, because you could see it just bounced all over the place. Didn't look as good as his. I love the shoulder and then coming out with the hand, and I really do like that. And the turn also, I really appreciate that. can see the butt slams. Then again, it just keeps ricocheting back. Nice little finger flare there. That worked well. And no music this time, which is nice. I appreciate the music for many of the drill teams that are overseas. Much of the drill is, or at least the movement is written for the music, which is good. You have that visual musicality of of the performance. But then here, without music, I think that the team can explore a more militaristic aspect, maybe we could say. The white glove, the hand movements against the green uniform works well. So here in the U.S., the ceremonial teams that we have, we will wear a glove that will only go to the wrist. We'll fold the rest of the glove, the long wrist of the glove. We'll fold that in a couple of times so that we only have kind of like a Mickey Mouse hand. And I'm not sure that that's my preference. That's what I've known for decades. And I've always thought that the longer wrist, especially with a short sleeve, looked a bit definitely different. And then a kneeling Queen Anne as well. That's nice. Now see. Whoops. Let's go back just a second. I was going to use the term sloppy, but I don't want to use that. I don't think that the team looks sloppy here at all with the having the long wrist. It's quite possible that you've taped up the wrist and that it's it's part of what you've designed for the uniform, maybe to mop up the sweat of your hand while you're performing. Anyway, you can see here that having this 45-degree angle with each knee, hopefully you're all standing up straight and not leaned forward, like a variation of the Queen Anne. But you can see how with the rifle in front is interesting. Usually the rifle's behind, but that's okay. Like I said, it's a variation of the Queen Anne salute, so not a problem. But you can see how a nice strong stance essentially this is, even though you're kneeling on one knee. Now put that up against this look. Now arm slightly angled down, not communicating well at all, but the bent knee just doesn't really it doesn't match with this position here, the kneeling position, which is nice and strong and tough, really. Nice tip of the hat to the crowd. That's great. Oh, and that's the performance. Okay. Oh, there's the band. Well back there. Okay, so that's interesting. Nice performance. I really appreciated that. again, thanks so much for the request for the critique. Now I have a question. So the troops that are back here, what are they there for? I was thinking that there was going to be a. This is just the. See, it says change of guards, silent precision drill squad. So the squad comes out and performs for the prior to the changing of the guard. I'm not sure. So uh, maybe one of these platoons is coming on, one is going off uh, duty. I'm not exactly sure, but um, it's just a question I have. What do these two units have to do to take part in this? Was there a further ceremony? And I realize this is just for the exhibition part uh, of the whole ceremony. But I appreciate it. It's interesting that the police have um, an exhibition team. I like that. That was good. All right, so the cadets are next.